I'm coming on in love and honour and gratitude for our grandparents. I'm connecting a lot and have been recently with a few souls, masculine and feminine, who have had profound relationships with their grandparents, mostly grandmothers, which is something that I connected with a lot with the clients that I was working with before, in terms of who might come through and show their protective angelic guidance and wisdom before, because I've just had some really profound knowledge exchange and story sharing with those souls recently, and it's like we are honouring the storytelling and the oral tradition from the wisdom that has been passed down, even if it's not verbally or orally, it's like within the cells. I feel very grateful to have known, not all in a deep way, but my grandparents, my grandmother, my grandfather, maternal, paternal, and the lessons and the wisdom they have passed down through me, even if it was just by having their presence in my life and them overseeing and being a guide, a protector, as elders watch children play and grow in their own ways. I've met a lot of very, very deep, sensitive souls who have shared grandmother experiences with me, and it's something that it gets me very emotional, because I feel the tenderness of mine and her presence today, even though, you know, she passed a long time ago, and I was with her when she breathed her last breath, and feels like it could be my soul family's blueprint. I don't know, but it feels like we've all had either been at their bedside when they've passed, or been by their side, or have a connection to the grandmother. And on this full moon eclipse, I've just doused myself in rose herbal oil that I've made, because unfortunately I was in the car on the way back, and 2:20 on the clock, somebody was laying out on the highway with an ambulance there. So I trust the sending love and peace to them if they are to depart the realm today, because, as we know, full moon's always sort of very supercharged electric energy in the air, and a lot of the emergency services notice a spike in activity around the full moon, be that police, fire or hospital. And so I'm just sending love. I'm good at dousing myself in rose, which is meant to be the highest frequency flowers, to anchor in love and to radiate that outwards to the soul that I passed this evening, who's still in my energy. You know, I don't know why this stuff happens sometimes, but it's just with my Uber friend in the car, and yeah, shared some interesting stories. And it seems like we are 323, really living in very different times, the deeper that we connect to our own sensitivities. And I just see how important that the matriarch, that the grandmother has been in some of the lives that I've sort of some of the lives, the people that I've come into contact, you know, some very deep souls, beautiful musicians, people, souls moving through massive transitions in their life now, maybe not wanting to live in the city, wanting to move to the country, and just this grandmother guidance, this grandmother love as a protective guiding force in our lives. And having been in the forest today, very unplanned but aligned visit to Karura, sacred land, with the Mau Mau caves, where this group of ladies just started to sing, which I'll put out on the shorts at some point, 4248. You know, this is just this, it felt like an ancestral calling. I've been in those caves before. I've put videos out about with a singing bowl inside the caves, and which wasn't called to focus on this time, because I think it was just for the people of this land, and those ladies had left an imprint, sonic imprint, of what they'd just sung together as I was down by the stream with a friend, a soul sister, and working with the singing bowls, and the butterflies were out, and it just felt like this eclipse, this full moon is really grounding us in our presence. Is like anything that's come before, just we're releasing. You know, we don't need to prove anything, we don't need to take sides, we don't need to have opinions on things that are going to hold us in lower energies. We need to move how we need to move daily, rise intentionally, spread love, and just hustle or align how we need to align to magnify our purpose and share it with the world. And so much to digest energetically from being in a forest with so many different beings, that I really just coming on to honour the grandmother 5 on the clock, because I believe that the ancestors are doing a lot of work, and I feel very blessed to have had that relationship, and I trust that as we restore and revive the family unit and the importance of these relationships and the power of what comes through the lineage, and that number 3, you know, was women, we're in the womb of our mother when they're in the womb of their mother, and you know, our grandmothers, and just this, you know, grandfathers obviously equally important, but as a woman I obviously just connecting differently, and it's a full moon, the feminine, divine feminine 13 coming through strong, the portal to the womb, you know, that moon time, moon space is speaking more to me, which is why there's the matriarchal revival at the minute. Matriarchy revival. Anyway, words don't really matter. You know, anyone that aligns with my energy knows what I'm talking about or what I'm sharing at this moment in time. Regardless of what I'm talking, it's just my love. And there's just some incredibly creative souls that are just honing into their magic right now, and we really just radiating quite powerful, profound energy. And I just want to honour that. I give thanks, and give thanks to the grandmother, give thanks to anyone in the family lineages that has put love and protection our way, and is coming together across the realms to bring souls who may not have been born together on the specific land, but just we're finding each other, you know, online or in a forest or however we find ourselves, and just sharing our stories and moments in time, and just these precious nature, unplanned, spontaneous, free flowing, love-filled, honest truths, because we need more of it. And number 8 on the clock, this is for the healing of the nations. So give thanks and love and praises to Most High.